Dear students, welcome to another video tutorial on programming concept using C. Today's topic is array in C programming. So before discussing about array, I want to introduce myself. Myself Niladri Shekhar Pal. I am working as an assistant professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department at Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management. The college is situated at Baroipur and the college is under JIS Group Educational Initiative. Now what is array? Basically array is a kind of data structure that can store a fixed size sequential collection of elements of the same type. Array is a collection of variables of same type that share a common name. Array is an ordered set which consists of fixed number of elements. It is an example of linear data structure. Okay, so this is the representation of an array. These are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the index number, and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These are the elements of the array, and these are the basically address. As you can see that all the elements in the array are stored in contiguous memory allocation. Okay, so an array is used to store a collection of data, but it is often more useful to think of an array as a collection of variables of the same type. Instead of declaring individual variables such as number 0, number 1 or so on, we can declare one array variable such as numbers and use numbers within third bracket 0 or within third bracket 1 or 99 to represent individual variables. A specific element in an array is accessed by an index. All arrays consist of contiguous memory locations. The lowest address corresponds to the first element and the highest address to the last element. So these are the index values, these are the elements, and these are the addresses of the corresponding elements. So the length of the array here is 10. As you can see that the index value has started from 0 and end at 9. Okay. Lower bound is 0, upper bound is 9. Okay, so total 10 elements. Now how to declare array? To declare an array in C, a programmer specifies the type of elements and the number of elements required by an array. As you can see, the first one is the type, the next int is the type, ARR is basically the array name, and within the bracket the size of the array. That means ARR is an array variable of integer type which can store 10 integer values. Okay, so this is how we can initialize int ARR 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, so this is how we can also define or declare array. So in the above example, the size of array is 10, but total number of values taken 8. Okay, so here are 8 values. Okay, so the rest of the values will be 50 and 55. Okay, so this is basically our single dimensional array. Okay, so the array size must be an integer constant greater than 0 and type can be any valid C data type. Okay, so for example, to declare a 10 elements array called balance of type double, use the statement double space balance within the third bracket 10. Okay, so now we'll do few C programs on array. Okay, so let's do the program. So this is our C editor. We'll go to file, next new. Okay, this is the source file. Okay, so now we'll write our C program. So at first, this is hash include stdio.h. Okay, this is the header file. stdio.h means standard input output. Basically, we use the header files because all the library functions like printf, scanf are defined within the header files. Okay, so to use those library functions in our C program, we have to use those header files or to include these header files. And this hash include is called basically the preprocessor directive. Okay, we will discuss it later. Next, we will take another variable is called the header file that is called conaya.h. This is basically the console input output. Okay, the conaya.h means console input output. Next one is int main. Okay, so this is the main function. Any C program must contain a C main function because C program will start executing from this main function. So without the main function, a C program cannot be possible. Okay. So next we will take the variables. ARR is basically the array. Okay. So during the time of array declaration, we have also need to mention the size of the array. Okay. So now I am doing not taking the values as dynamically, I am taking the values as statically or before the runtime. Okay, so ARR is same as ARR 0. Okay, suppose is 50. I am just taking the array size is smaller. Okay, that it will be helpful for me. Okay, so the size of the array is 5. So we can write as ARR 0 as 1, ARR 1. This is at the index number 0 1. Okay, this is suppose 5. Okay, so this 0 1 is at the index numbers. Okay, so the next is 2, suppose it is 12. Okay, next ARR 3. Okay, it is suppose 20. Okay, we can take only one values. Okay, so this is ARR 4, suppose it is 34. Okay, so all the values of the array has been taken. Now if we want to take print any values, okay, just %d and write the position, that is suppose array is 2. Okay, so it will print 12. Okay, so I am saving the program, save as. This is array.c. Okay, we have saved the program. Now I am executing it, compile and run. Okay, so as you can see, the output will be 12. Okay, as you can see, the output is 12. Okay, so this is how the elements of the array are initialized. Okay, so we can also initialize the array in different ways also. Okay, I am showing you. Suppose ARR 5 equals to, within the second bracket, we can write 12, 5, 6, sorry, 5, 6, 4, 9. Okay, so 5 values are here. Okay, so next printf %d. Suppose I want to print ARR 3. Okay, so let's save the program, and if I execute it, compile and run. Okay, so the 4 is printed. Okay, so ARR 3 is basically 4. Okay, so this is how we can declare the array. Okay, so again we can declare the array in another way. Suppose I am not taking this value 5. Okay, let's save the program. Okay, so next execute it. It will similarly print 4. Okay, so saying that what, as you can see that we have did not mention the size here. Okay, so array will take its size from these values. Okay, as there are 5 values, so this size of the array will be 5. Okay, so this is basically the declaration of, or how to take variables or how to take values in array. Okay, not in the runtime. Now I will show you how to take values of array in the runtime. Okay, so I'm doing that program int arr. This is 10. Sorry, I'm taking just 5 here. Okay, okay. Next is I. Okay, so we have taken arr is an array. Okay, which can store 5 variables, integer values, and next one is I is a variable. Okay, so next printf. Sorry, we will take another value that is n. Okay, this is the size of the array. Okay, so printf size of the array, as you can say that sir, you have already mentioned that the arr is 5, that is size of the array is 5. So why you have taken n? I have taken n because arr within third bracket there is 5. That means the array can be able to store 5 values, maximum 5 values, but we can take less values. Okay, suppose I am taking here, suppose 100. Okay, but if the value of n is 5, then arr can store, arr will store only 5 values. Okay, arr 100 means we can store maximum, or 100 spaces has been occupied by the arr. Okay, so next printf slash n, enter the size of the array, enter the size of the array. Okay, next we will take scanf within double quotation percentage d. The value of n will be taken, so it is ampersand n. Okay, so the value of n has been taken. Next we will take the values of the array. Okay, so for that I will take a for loop. Okay, so for the value of, it will be start from 1 and it will go up to n. Okay, I plus plus. Okay, so printf slash n, enter the percent d element, enter the percent d element. Okay, and here I am writing the value of I. Okay, so the value of I will be printed. Okay, so when the value of I will be 1, it will print that enter the 1 element, because the value of I is 1. Next, when the value of I will be 2, okay, so it will print enter the percent d element. Okay, that means second element. Okay, next we will take the scanf. Okay, that is percentage d comma arri. Okay, so as you can see that to take user input from the user, okay, if we have 5 values we want to take in the array. Okay, so basically we need 5 scanf statement. Okay, so it will take time if we do not use array. Okay, but here we have taken array and we have used as the for loop. Okay, so that is why we have write down the scanf function within the for loop. Okay, so the scanf statement will execute for nth time. Okay, so it will help us, as we do not need not required to write the scanf in number of times. Okay, so we have taken the values of the array. Okay, now we will print the array. Okay, so printf slash n, array elements are, array elements are. Okay, so we have to again take the for loop for I equals to 0, sorry 1, You can do it using 1 also, 0 also, sorry. I less than equals to n. If we start from I equals to 0, it will go up to I less than n. Okay. As we have started from I equals to 1, that is why it will go up to equals to n. Okay. So this is I plus plus. Okay. So within second bracket, printf percentage d, sorry, percentage d, comma arr I. Okay. So all the elements of the array has been printed. Okay. So let's save the program. Okay. So as you can see that when the value of I is equal to 1, the value ARR1 will be printed. When next the value of I will be 2, then the value within ARR2 will be printed. Okay. So this will how all the elements of the array will be printed up to n. Okay. So let's save the program and run it. Okay. So the size of the array, suppose it is 5. So in the first element is suppose I'm taking 1. 5, next is 6. Okay, what's happened? There is the connection has been hanged. Okay, let's do what happened here. Okay, okay. Actually, I have forgot to take the ampersand sign here. Okay, that is why. So let's compile and run. Suppose the size is 5. Element is suppose 2, 4. This is 6. This is 8. This is 10. Okay, so these are the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. Okay. So basically we have not given the ampersand sign. Okay. So if we do not give the ampersand sign, that means it will store basically the initial address of the array. Okay. So this was the program to how to take the elements of the array during runtime and print all the values of the array. Okay. So hope you have understood it. So now we will do another C program, that is sum of elements of an array. That means we have taken all the values of the array here. Okay. So in this program we will basically do the or sum, okay, of the elements of the array. Okay. So all the elements of the array will be summed together. Okay. So let's do the program. So this is our C editor. First we will take the header files hash include stdio.h. Okay. So this is the standard input output header file, and hash include is the preprocessor directive. We used header files because all the elements and all the library functions are stored in these header files. Okay. So to use those library functions, we need to include these header files. Okay. So we'll take another header file, that is hash include kanaya.h. Okay. This is the console input output. Sorry, this is hash include. Hash include. Okay. This is kanaya.h. Console input output. This is another header file. Next we will take the main function. Okay. So int main is the main function of the C. Any C program must contain this main function because any C program will start executing from this main function. Okay. Now we'll take the variables int arr 10. This is the array. Okay. Next we'll take the n is the size of the array. Next we'll take I, and we'll take a variable sum equals to 0. We have initialized it as 0. Okay. So sum is basically the variable which will store the elements, which will store basically the summation of elements of the array. Okay. So next one is the printf statement. This is the library function /n enter the size of the array. Okay, so enter the size of the array. Okay, so the size of the array is taken through keyboard. So this is scanf percentage d comma ampersand n. Okay, so it is the n is basically the size of the array. Okay, so now we'll take the elements of the array. Okay, so printf slash n, enter the elements of the array. Okay, so we'll take a for loop here. Okay, so for I equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay, so within the for loop we'll take the scanf statement, or we'll taking another printf. Okay, it will look good. Printf slash n, enter the percent d element. Okay, so it will print like enter first element, second element. Okay, so the value of I will be printed here. Okay, so next is the scanf statement, scanf percentage d comma ampersand arri. Okay, so scanf statement will be executed for n number of times. Okay, so this is the advantages of using array. Okay, now we'll do the sum. Okay, for that we will take a for loop again. The value will start from 1 and it will go up to n. Okay, so y plus plus. Next we'll take in variable sum. So the value of sum will be sum plus ai, sorry, arri. Why? Because suppose initially our the sum value of sum was 0. Okay, so when the value of I is 1, okay, the new value of sum will be the old value plus arr1. Okay, that means the new value of sum will be 0 plus the value of arr1. Okay, so after next time, okay, so now the sum will consist of the value of arr1. Okay, so next when the value of I will be 2, okay, when the value of I will be 2, okay, then it will be sum equal to sum plus arr2. Okay, so that means arr1 plus arr2. Next when the value of I will be 3, it will arr1 plus arr2 plus arr3. Okay, so this is how the value of sum will be calculated of all the elements. Okay, next printf, we will basically print the value of sum. Okay, so the result is, the result is percentage d comma sum. Okay, so the value of sum will be printed. Okay, so we have just save it and execute it. Okay, so this is compile and run. Size of the array is suppose 5. Enter the first element, suppose 2, second element 3, next third element is 4, fourth element is 5, fifth element is 6. So the result will be 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 3, 18 plus 2, 20. Okay, as you can see, the result is 20. Okay, so this was the program to find out the sum of the elements of the array. Okay, hope you have understood it. So our next program is to search an element in an array. This was the program which basically search an element in an array. Okay, so let's do the program. So this is our C editor. We will take the hash input stdio.h. I am not repeating it once again. Okay, I have already discussed why these are the used. Okay, so this is hash input stdio.h. Next hash input kanaya.h. Okay, Next we'll take the main function, that is int main. Okay. So now we'll take the variables int arr10. Okay. Next we'll take n is the size of the array, I is the variable, and we will take here sn. Sn basically the searching element. Okay. So now printf first slash n, enter the size of the array. Okay. This is the enter the size of the array. So the size of the array will be taken. So this is scanf within double quotation percentage d comma ampersand n. Okay. Next we'll take the elements of the array. Okay. So that for I equals to 1, sorry, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay. Next we'll take the printf statement. Okay. So here printf slash n, enter the percent d element. Okay. So the value of I will be printed here. Okay. So that is I entered the first element, second element. Okay. This has been done in our previous examples also. So here we'll take the scanf statement, scanf percentage d, okay, comma ampersand arri. Okay, so all the values of the array, all the values of the arrays has been taken. Okay, now we'll take the element, okay, which we want to search in the array. Okay, so printf slash n, sorry, slash n, enter the element to be searched. Okay, so scanf double quotation percentage d comma ampersand sn. Okay, so the value of sn has been taken. Sn basically the element to be searched. Okay, next we will search the element sn in the array elements. Okay, for that I equals to n, we will check all the elements. Okay, so I will be started with I equals to 1, then I less than equals to n, and I plus plus. Okay, so if arri is equals to sn, okay, we can say that element found. But here is another problem, because why? Because if the element is in the array is multiple times, okay, so then it will print element found multiple times. Okay, but I'm just showing you what are the problem will happen. Okay? Then you can be able to understand. Suppose if array I equal to sn, we can say that printf slash n element found. Okay, and if arri is not sn, in the else part we will write printf slash n element is not found. Okay, so if arri equals to sn, arri means all the elements of the array will be checked with sn. Okay, when there is a similarity, there will be print found. Okay, so we have saved it, now execute it. Okay, so the size of the array is suppose 5. Okay, so enter first element is 2, 3, 4, it is suppose 5, it is 6. Okay, the element to be searched is supposed to So as you can see that the first element has been, it will print ARR I is, that is means ARR 1 is equals to SN, okay. So that is why it has been print element found, okay. And in the rest of the cases, okay, because ARR I is not equals to SN in these 4 cases, okay. So that is why it has been printed element is not found 4 times, okay. So if we do not want this type of answer, okay, we just want, if I'm showing you another problem, that is if execute, compile and run, okay, suppose 5 elements are there, element is 2, again 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, suppose the searching is 2, okay, so we can see that the 2 times there is element found, okay, but I want the answer right this way, that if there is that element exists in the array, it will print just element found, and if that element is not in the array, then it will just print element not found. It will not print multiple times element found or element not found, okay. For that we have to take a variable called break, okay, so I have deleted it. So if ARRI equals to SN, okay, then we will take a variable flag and the value of the flag will be 1, and there is a break statement, okay. So as we have understood that if and the value of flag is initialized as 0, okay. So if ARR I equals to SN, so initially the value of flag is 0, okay. So if ARRI SN equals to ARRI is equals to SN, then the value of flag will be 1, okay. So if we found that element, we need not to check the other elements, okay. So there is a break statement. Break statement means we do not require to check other elements, okay. So when the value of flag will be 1, when we found the element, then the value of flag will be 1, and if we do not found any element which is equals to SN, then this if loop will not execute and the value of flag will never be 1, okay. So if flag is equal 1, okay, then we can print if that element found, okay. So slash n element found, okay, and in the else part we can write that printf slash m element not found, okay. So let's run the program now. So save it, next execute it, compile and run, okay. The size of the array is suppose 5, element as 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, suppose it is 2, okay. So as you can see, there is a single time there is element found, okay, and there is no not element found, okay. So this was the program to find the elements of an array, okay. So next is program is find the frequency of an element of an array, okay. In this program we have did that how that whether an element is exist in the array or not, okay. But this program is basically to find the frequency of that number, that means how many times that number exists in the array, okay. So in our last program, uh, we have seen that the element 2 found, okay, and it you can see that the 2 was 2 times, okay. So in our next program it will print the answer as 2, okay. So I am leaving this program for your assignment, okay. I am requesting you to do this by yourself. If you have any doubt, any query regarding this program, you can write on the comment section. I will definitely help you. Okay, but do it yourself. Okay. So students, this is all about array and the how to write C programs on using on array. Okay, hope you have understood it. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write on the comment section, or you have like my videos. Okay, you can subscribe to my channel, or you can visit www.digitalclassroom.niladripal. Okay, sorry, facebook.com/digitalclassroom.niladripal to like my page and get all the details about my video tutorials. So students, thank you for now. See you in the next tutorial. Stay safe, stay well.